Hi, it's Brittany, the mama behind Faith and Throttle, Homestead, and Racing. So after Miss Mavis got niacin deficiency and went downhill very, very quickly, I started doing a lot of research on how to prevent niacin deficiency, fix niacin deficiency, and how to support our newly found duck family with niacin, because they take a lot more niacin than chickens do. And that's something that I didn't necessarily know when we bought our flock. So after doing all of that research, and by the way, Miss Mavis is doing really great. She's a happy, healthy duck. It only took 4 days of niacin treatment to get her back on track. No swollen hips. She's not weak. She's perfect. But I have been still supplementing her with niacin, and then like feeding the ducks peas for the last couple weeks, because there's 3 different foods that are duck safe from the time they're about 3 weeks old until the rest of their lives, that'll be good treats for them, healthy, but also have a lot of niacin in them to help support them to grow and support their bodies, because like our Pekin ducks are going to be really heavy ducks, and they exploded and grew so fast, and so that's really what caused Mavis to go downhill so quickly. Is she was already niacin deficient when we got her, but I missed the signs. I just thought that she was a lazy duck. And so now that I know what it looks like, and I know how to fix it, I'm also going to try to prevent it from happening again, and just make sure that we have happy, healthy ducks all the way around. So there is 3 foods that are high niacin that are ducks safe. They're mealworms, which our chickens and our ducks have already been getting mealworms for like about the last month. I use frozen peas, which you just thaw them out, and I have just been throwing the frozen peas in with their duck or their flock raiser crumbles. But tuna, they love fish. I'm sure you guys have seen them swimming in the bathtub, catching their feeder fish that we got. But I decided to get one of those big bulk tuna cans so that I can make tuna casserole for my ducks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take their normal duck their flock raiser crumbles. I'm going to mix in their peas, their mealworms, which these are already thrown in. That's something that they get every day anyways. But then I'm going to add in the tuna and just make them a healthy, high niacin treat, so that they can be happy, healthy ducks. So I'm going to throw all these together, mix it up, and then I'll show you what it looks like, and then we'll go see what the ducks think of their tuna casserole. Okay, I've got the tuna casserole made up. This isn't something that I'm going to do for the ducks every day, probably maybe like once a week. I'll just give them a special treat just to make sure that they are getting plenty of niacin. Now, I know that when Mavis was niacin deficient, there wasn't a whole lot of information, a whole lot of videos on like the niacin deficiency in ducks, and also there definitely wasn't any videos beyond like give them niacin and brewer's yeast and all these things, whereas like I'm really loving my ducks, and so I like to spoil them and my chickens. My chickens have a swing, so I don't know, I guess it doesn't have to be so boring and so bland as to just pouring brewer's yeast on their food. And so I wanted to help give people another option to, you know, spice up their happy little duck's life and keep them healthy all at the same time. So here's the tuna casserole with their crumbles. Let me see if I could turn the flash on. You can see it a little better. There we go. And they've got their crumbles, their peas, which are thawed out, their mealworms, and then the tuna. And I just separated the tuna to make sure that it wasn't, you know, big chunks or anything. Granted, our ducks are pretty big and they swallowed whole goldfish, but still, I wanted to make sure that there's no choking going on. Do you guys want to know a secret? Look in my pocket. I've been walking around my house and doing stuff for like an hour with my new baby ducks in my pocket. That is Ebony and Onyx. Come here, guys. These are, well, I do believe this is Onyx, and he's so cute. The camera doesn't even do him justice. Oh my gosh. But they're so cute. They're American black ducks, and they've got black little flippers and a black tiny little beak, and both of these guys are 2 days old. Yeah, you smell the tuna? Do you smell the tuna? No fish for you. You're too little. Now, these poor guys can't have peas or tuna casserole yet because they're just tiny babies. But is that not the cutest thing ever? This tiny little duck. So I'm super, super excited about my tiny little ducks because when we got the khaki Campbells, they were 2 weeks old. And then when we got the pecans, they were 1 week old. So like the pecans are like 3 times this size. But I'm also really excited because these guys were just born and hatched and delivered to the store yesterday. So our other ducks, we completely missed like the imprinting that these ducks do on the first couple days of their life. And so I'm so excited because they love me and they like to be close to me and be in my pocket. And I'm really excited that I think these ducks are going to imprint on me, and then they're going to follow me around like dogs and just want to be with me all the time. And that's just really, really, really cute because then I'm going to take them to the store. Okay, well, I'm going to go put these guys back in the brooder and in their lamp, and then we're going to go outside and see what our big duck flock thinks of their first tuna casserole. Hi, guys! These guys have been in the quack shack for 5 days now because they were way, way, way too big for the brooder. And they are very vocal and very noisy. Hey! Mama made you some tuna casserole! Look! Look! Check it out!
And the other side's crazy size.
Well, Penny likes it. There you go, happy ducks. You can have some too, Buckeye.
Like, are you gonna try to pick me up? Because I don't feel like it's
Do you like it? Huh? Do you like it? Oh, you hear the doggies? They hear you too. That's why they're barking. I think that the tuna casserole is a win. I don't know if you guys can see or not, but they love peas. So you can take those frozen peas, you thaw them out and throw them in their water or in their crumbles. They always love peas. You see how big they've gotten? Especially the pecans, they just like exploded. They're about 2.5 times bigger than our khakis. And our khakis are a couple weeks older. But it looks like the tuna casserole was a win. Yay! Also, I have a ton left over. I made their tuna casserole, gave tuna to the cats and all 4 dogs, and still have enough tuna to put and throw in the freezer for the next time I make them tuna casserole. Say bye, guys!